Everything I just did. Cool. As well as the king. I mean, the king's still alive. That kind of sucks. All right, well, no reason to upload that other part to YouTube. So you can say hi, YouTube, if you want, because the game just crashed and we just lost everything that we did. It was all a dream. Like I said, kind of sucks, but not much I can do. Again, what are you talking about? We just started playing this fort. Definitely just started playing this fort. We certainly weren't playing for like the last almost an hour before the game crashed. Definitely weren't. Yeah, we had a weird premonition of the king's demise. Me. And who was it that got named? Raging Cave. Gave a dwarf to Shark Jumping Walrus, who was the militia commander. Assuming I can find him. Why can't I find the militia commander? It's like, I know that you're right here. There's a sheer. Oh, Bill, I think. Odd. Smell Bill. Oh, I see. It's because you are named. Okay, well, I don't know, man. I don't know what dwarf that was that I gave to. Shark Jumping Walrus, but I will just give them a Spearmaster, somebody who is not named because I can't find that dwarf. They must have been named and lost their name previously or something. Here. All right. Who got their upper lip torn off in a dream? I don't know. I'm just kind of annoyed at the fact that the game crashed there. That was a very bad spot for the game to crash. Because we were almost at a save point. Like, not even, like, maybe 5 minutes away from a save point. But assigning a tomb killed the save, so. So yeah, not thrilled. Not thrilled, but what can you do? Not much. The answer. Fortunately, Stan can still run the game pretty quick, so we'll just chill here. That's just kind of frustrating because like this fort currently is like I'm having to go through some pretty slow plotting projects, you know? But that's me, the king, and I need a tomb, so I should make me a tomb. Because I realized I hadn't made me a tomb before we, you know, lost the fort in a crash, so I will simply make myself a tomb. over here. That'll get done at a decently quick interval, I think. We get some more migrants. You're headed home. You will return. Alrighty, Taylor. Safe travels. Once a dwarf is dead, he doesn't care about the value of his tomb? Certainly, but I do. Dang it. You know, that counts for real life too, but the Egyptians still gave him the tomb regardless. You're about to head to work in 10 minutes. Once again, your name is a lie, but it's fine. We'll forgive you. It's a good lie, true. You do want to lie about you being unemployed and then actually being employed, because being employed is infinitely better than being unemployed. As somebody who is currently employed, I can confirm it is in fact infinitely better than being unemployed. Look at how they walk. True. Yes, we've written songs about how weird they walked. Walk like an Egyptian. Walk like... I did not think I'd wake up today and sing a Walk Like an Egyptian. Holy throwback. I'm pretty sure that was like my mom's favorite. It was like that and U2, because my mom really likes U2 for some reason. But it was my mom's favorite song that I liked listening to, because I didn't particularly like U2, and I still don't. Lyagushka, the miner, and Baka Glass have married. You hate Bono? Most people do. It's a pretty popular opinion. I'm just glad to know that your mom likes us too. Yeah, well. Anyway, congratulations to Lyagushka and Baka Glass. I hope that you are happily married and will have many children. Just get a room, okay? All right, let's go down here and begin making stuff. Claim me. Claim me! So I've had people asking me for a while if I would do a, what's the word? Succession fort with the community. I think I'm finally coming around on the idea. I've been thinking about it. I'd have to take signups in order to do it. And whoever I, end up working with on a thing like this, people would have to be real consistent. But I'm coming around on the idea. Gotta be honest. Berez, thank you very much for the 4th month. Welcome back! So that's something else to keep an eye out on the Discord, by the way. Nodokasa, what kind of dwarf would you like? I'm gonna send the military out to go stab that village. Although instead of that village, let's go hit something a little smaller. Farmer with beard. We're about to get hit by ads, so I will read the description after the ads are done, but find you a farmer before the ads start. I say, does a brewer work? This guy's got a big beard, but all my farmers are ladies. Nope, you can just join the Discord. ! Discord. It's public. There is 2 private rooms that are locked behind being a subscriber on Twitch, but that's it. Just let the game run while we wait for these ads to play. It's basically a multiplayer fortress where multiple hands get to touch it. Unemployed Shaku. Sub-only rooms. Oh boy. Yeah, we have no dom rooms, thankfully. But if we did, it would just be a room exclusively for posting pictures of the character Dom from the Fast and the Furious. It's all that you'd be able to do, would be post pictures of Dom. Subs only, and followed by only Dom. Don't yuck your yum. Who said I was trying to yuck your yum? I ain't yucking anybody's yum. I'm simply fucking around with, like, wordplay. Noto Casa, are you getting ads? Because if you're not, I can start reading this Dwarf's description. I don't know who's stuck in ads whenever ads are running. Black market chat room where kidnap is allowed? Oh, where ketchup is allowed, yes. No ads? Sweet. He is always in love with somebody and easily develops positive feelings. He enjoys being in crowds and is unfriendly and tries to say nice things. He often feels lustful and he likes to brawl. He is pleased by his own appearance and talents and isn't given to flights of fancy. He tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects and he can handle stress. He tends to hold on to grievances and he generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity and needs alcohol to get through the working day and does not mind being outdoors at least for a time. And he is a hardened individual. Dreams of creating a great work of art and values family and finds introspection to be a waste of time. He likes rutile, gold, and carnelian, cabochons and coins and simags, for their ability to swing through the trees. Sunberries for their inner light and the sight of the gloss of smiling. Wait, do sunberries glow? When possible, prefers to consume great horned owl, dwarven cheese, and sandpear cider, and absolutely hates bats. He has a very long beard, which is arranged in double braids. His sideburns are clean-shaven, and his very long mustache is arranged in double braids. His very long hair is arranged in double braids, and he has a grating, raspy voice. His ears are splayed out, and his slightly wide-set amethyst eyes are sunken, and his hair is a crew, and his skin is burnt umber. Even your arms are spun out in double braids. Don't ask me how that's possible. All right, we are going to continue this out to here, I think. Has anybody made an OnlyFans yet that's just pictures of fans? That's happened, right? Someone has to have done that, right? Okay, good. I'm just confirming. It's like, and this is a Japanese handheld fan, and this is an industrial band fan, and this is a crappy fan I bought from Walmart for $20. This is a Dyson fan. It's too expensive for what it is. This is a computer fan. Didn't work. Were you here when the game crashed? Also, you're married, by the way. Congratulations. You and Baka Glass are happily married, Layagushka. The game crashed, and we lost everything. After the king died, so we had to jump back to the beginning of autumn, is what happened. Also, I'm going to save and continue playing a couple times. Which is way more expensive than it's worth. It's a fan. Well, I'm a fan of this fan. What happens when a fan wears a fanny pack? This isn't a joke. It's more just me thinking out loud about this whole concept of an OnlyFans for fans. What if somebody makes an OnlyFans and it's just pictures of them posing with fans? Not like fans, but like fans of their work. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Because I don't think I am. I'm making dollars. Maybe. Deep Thoughts by Blind? I don't know, man. Sleep deprived thoughts by blind. Dude, I haven't slept properly in like 4 days. Or however long it's been since Saturday. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 days. I haven't slept well in 4 days because I keep having to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning to feed the cat. Blech. If I slept right? No. No, I mean, I'm drinking enough coffee, right? Yeah, it's only fans with a PH, yes, and it's only for people named Fan. In the deep? Or Milch? Because if you're rolling in the deep, then that's working. As intended. It's like the funny thing is I could just like, you know, stop the water from draining. And that on paper would make this process go quicker because it would fill it back up. But then I'd have to dig it all out to do it again. So I kind of would rather not do that. Always good to hear. I'm glad that you're still rolling in the deep. Someone has to be. Unless we're talking about the deep as in the character from that TV show called The Boys. Is that's the deep that you were talking about? Okay, I'm glad that I finally figured out the very specific reference you were making. So we are all out to pillage. We're just waiting for Clockworks and a few other dwarves to leave the map. Oh God? In which part? Also, which God? Depending on which religion you subscribe to currently, there's many. Oy vey. Okay, so we're going to go up to here, and we're going to go all the way along to there. And all the way along to there. I also super did not pay attention to when the water actually froze, so. What a tool he is. The deep thoughts with the deep resurfaced, essentially super shallow life advice, philosophical thoughts with a picture of the character, and they were bad. Hmm. Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons of that show, so I know what you're talking about. I mean, he was a sex pest, right? Is the whole thing with that character? Because they're all just like cancelable assholes in their own weird ways. Um, in that show. All the gods, old and new, whichever. Yeah, I know, I getcha. Slow. Sexual predator, an idiot, and a tool. Yes. I don't think he was a fan of Tool, though. But it wasn't that much of a tool. Yeah, I don't know. I actually, it's kind of... I don't know if it says something about the kind of entertainment I like watching these days, but I've stopped enjoying a lot of shows like that where it's just like, yeah, it's grim for the sake of being grim. It's like, man, but between like fucking Game of Thrones and Walking Dead, I think I have enough of that for a lifetime. And also like even to a degree like Breaking Bad and shit. Like so many of the TV shows that I grew up watching were just like grim for the sake of being grim. And now it's like I just kind of don't want to watch that sort of stuff anymore. You didn't make it past season 1, really? Oh man, yeah. No, I mean, I made it through season 1 of The Boys. I did. Season 2 is okay. I'm glad that they're putting oh, what's his name? Superman stand-in. I can't remember his name. Anyway, they're putting him into Mortal Kombat. Did I watch the X-Files? No, I've never actually seen the X-Files. I know memes from the X-Files, but I've never actually watched the X-Files. I would probably really like the X-Files. It's just a show that I've never gotten around to watching. The only thing I'm watching currently is Welcome to Wrexham. Homelander. Yeah, that's his name, Homelander. He's going to be in the new Mortal Kombat. I would recommend using Brave. Brave is a pretty good browser for the time being. Game of Thrones broke your soul? Yeah. It checks out. Yeah, you know, honestly, if we could just get a supercut of Carl Urban saying cunt in that show, that's all the content you actually need from that show. Like, screw, like, the actual, like, The Boys, the TV show. Just all I want to see is Carl Urban saying cunt repeatedly. That's all I actually want. Just always a Mozilla than Firefox user? Yeah. I really like Brave. I think Brave is kind of a great web browser. Very happy with Brave. I don't think anybody died when the water froze. Let's throw a tomb into here. Gold sarcophagus. Paint all of this. And give it to the king. Hail to the king. It is a Chromium-based browser. Being Chromium-based is actually a positive for me. And the reason Chromium is a positive is because all of my accessibility plugins work natively. Whereas if it's not Chromium-based, then I ran into issues with fucking Firefox the last time I tried using it because I used some accessibility plugins, which didn't work by default in Firefox. So I've just stuck to Chromium because of that. But Brave is possibly the best web browser I've used since like back when I used to use Firefox. It's just super lightweight. It's got a really good built-in ant block. It's got a really good built-in VPN. And it works. Works real nice. 10 p.m. 2 nights ago to watch the Snyder Cut of the Justice League. You forgot it was 4 hours long. Did you make it? I've just been really enjoying Welcome to Wrexham because it's like kind of a really chill and also like weirdly positive show. And I don't know. I like sports documentary style serialized things, and it's a pretty good little sports doc combined with like also just Ryan Reynolds being a weirdo. So I don't know. I've been enjoying it. It's been a fun watch. I rented it because I didn't want to like subscribe to Disney Plus or the other service that it's on, so it was just $20 for the season, and I was like, for the 2 seasons, I guess, which is fine. The crypto shit in Brave put you out. You can turn it all off. Like literally, you can completely disable it. I have it enabled, but just all of the basic attention token just goes straight back to Brave. Like you can just set it so that it all automatically donates back to Brave Corp, which is literally they're mining it and minting it. They pay it to you for seeing ads, and then you can just donate it back to them, which is what I've been doing. Because like the ads are like non-intrusive at all and pretty minimal, and like I can't be asked to fucking turn that stuff into real money. I haven't used Firefox in like 8 years, so no, it was not recently. I'm sure Firefox would work, but I quite like my web browser, so I will stick to it, thanks. It's kind of like asking somebody to swap to a new OS. It's like, unless you're actively having problems with the one you're using, you might as well just stick to it. At least that's how I've been for most of my life. What, on Brave, UGDPY? You can literally just go into the settings and opt out of all ads. And just use Brave for free, and you can completely disable all of the crypto shit to the point where you don't even see it. And it's not like they're using your computer as a crypto miner or something. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Windows 11 is fine. It's not their best OS, it's certainly not their worst. It's no Windows ME. Yeah, well, I mean, cults tend to operate that way, yeah? Presme? Speaking of cults, I've lost count of the number of times I've been called a cultist for respecting Putnam's pronouns, and it's getting a little bit sad. I'm glad that I stream on Twitch and not YouTube, because YouTube is a cesspit sometimes. Out of fashion? How the fuck did they figure that? Just go look at the YouTube comments on the video. Oh shit! Sleepy Moon Moth tantrum because they were possessed by Full Take, who's a disgruntled ghost. It just happened again, which is why I'm stating it. But if you really care to see, just go look at those comments. Oops. Whoa, that hasn't happened in a while. That was quite the fight. Speaking of fights, let's see how that pillaging went. Tufted Earns attacked them. How did it go? The Dwarf Melville led the attack, and the defenders were led by the Goblin Ukil. The Goblin's tactical planning was superior. Okay. Well, didn't lose anybody, so I guess that's good. A Bone Doctor's Guild, hey? But yeah, no, after posting that most recent Bay 12 talk, that is the most people I've had to shadow ban from my YouTube channel, I think, since the creation of my YouTube channel. Which is something. A lot of these are like longtime commenters, and not even for like being direct. Well, it's not even for like their opinions. I mean, like you can have whatever your opinion you want. It's when people are just like repeatedly commenting in comment chains, just intentionally trying to start shit is when I start shadow banning. And it just kind of sucks, man. I don't like doing that. It's getting worse. It kind of is. It's weird. It's amazing how people don't give a shit about something until they're told they have to accept it. It's like, this is something that's existed longer than most people have heard of it. That's for sure. People have existed and people have been different as long as people have existed. Education gets better and people push back. Weird. It's almost like people don't like education. Well, what can you do? Building around the edge here. Building around this side too. Dwarves are running over there and putting all that stuff together. If someone asks you if you want a personality test, don't always trust them. So what are the times where you should trust them then? It's because French is a very different language than English. But languages have to evolve, right? Yeah, so if anything, like the language French would be a superior language in that format because you don't have gendered into things. Gendering doesn't correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't German like gender literally everything? Like it's the split problem. In Hungarian, you don't have the pronouns he, she, he is said in the same way. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I remember taking some German lessons years ago and just like being really confused as to why I had to refer to a piano seat as she, but it's like, this bench is a what? A what? I don't want to know what happens when two benches love each other very much. That's how you get a picnic table. The root of English Old French? Fuck if I know. English is a Frankenstein's monster of languages. Right. Okay, Moreb. But yeah, English is very much in that direction where everything is gendered, and so when you tell people it's like, well, it's polite to speak slightly differently. They don't like that very much. Bats Ghost, how's things? I have a question. What happens when someone engraves a slab with your name on it? Does your Twitch account disappear? Anyway, hi. It's good to see you. I mean, that's... Anyway, French has influence of all of Europe. Roughly. Well, I mean, it's an old language. English is a big bowl of it's a Frankenstein's monster of languages, and we have lots of words that we should have that don't exist, so we just steal them from other words. Prime example is Schadenfreude. Let's go smack these goblins again that have taken over these human villages. Manic Eraser, that is the strangest superhero I've ever heard of, but you know what? Probably quite popular these days. Found a 200 years old grammar book which had Polish naturally in first person singular. Huh. Don't slap baddie, we can't risk it. Not the baddie. So when I went and got lunch, I didn't actually take the dog out, and now she's like, if she starts huffing at me, I will take her out. Oh no. Game like hitched for a second there. Okay, so we're into late autumn. I'm going to do another save to title because we did get a crash. But yeah, I'm just happy that YouTube chat is a lot more sane than the YouTube comment sections because it's been kind of disheartening the past week. I'm not going to lie. It's been kind of disheartening. Which is interesting because I haven't had comments like this on any of the videos that I've posted where it's just me and Putnam talking. But this one, which is like, I guess, the 4th video I have with Putnam's voice in it, where people have just gone fucking weird about it. I don't know. You have a good night, Diamond. Assuming you're headed to bed. Because that seems to be what that means. How much coffee do I have left? Let's unpause this. Epic got... Wait, what? I was going to say Elden Ring and Elder Scrolls are very different games, Diamond. I'm just saying. Those are very, very, very different games. Also, I'm assuming you mean Elder Scrolls Online? Because, you know. Yeah, Epic is Epic. It's kind of a crappy storefront that is identical to every other game game's storefront in existence, pretty much. Aside from that, it's totally fine. I don't hate Epic anywhere near as much as the majority of people, it seems. You almost had a heart attack? That seems like a dumb reason to have a heart attack, but... That's the only reason why free is quoted. I mean, there's games that are free on Steam all the damn time, too, so... Like, I kind of expect Skyrim to be free soon. Slight suspicion. Skyrim free with the purchase of a smart fridge? Not an Amazon Echo? I gotta say that Amazon Echo Skyrim is still one of the funniest things they've done. If the fridge has Doom built in. You know, can I just... Okay, so Microsoft has owned id Software for how long now? Because that came with the Bethesda purchase, right? When are they going to make Doom playable, the first Doom, or Doom 2, either or, maybe both, in Excel? You know, there's already other hidden games in Excel. Is it really that hard to make Doom playable in Excel? They need to do that. Hello, Replay. How be the Dwarfin? The Dwarfin be good. We worked on Burn Vault for a bit, and now we're over in Machinewaters. It's been pretty chill. An Excel 95? I don't care about Excel 95. Trying to get Doom to run on a Steam Deck? Why don't you just run Doom? Wouldn't it just run? What's stopping it from running? Oh, Stream Deck, not Steam Deck, sorry. God, the branding strikes again. Huh. I wonder if you could do it on a loop deck. You would actually have like a screen. Have I tried Doomerel? I've streamed Doomerel. I played a bunch of Doomerel like a billion years ago. It was one of my go-to games for League of Legends queues for a while. And I've also streamed about 500 hours of Jupiter Hill, and I've had the developer of that game on stream many times to do live and chat Q&As. So, yes, I have played Doom RL. I've also played Aliens RL and Diablo RL. Never played Berserk RL. Jupiter Hell is rad and so underappreciated and extremely hard to like get an audience to watch for some reason. The binge escalated when you saw somebody play it on something that was housed in a dead frog. You know, we have a brewery around here that makes beer called Dead Frog Brewing. So. It works fine. Well played, Waka Pepe. You're intrigued by what is a smart fridge. Does it have the same AI as smart WD-40? Thief! Protect the horde from skulking filth. I don't see them. If they were there, I completely missed them. That's kind of old news, and yes, I did know that. It was announced at FanFest. Yeah, Evil 9 having official Microsoft Excel integration was the biggest cheers they got at FanFest. Oh no, a Vile Force of Darkness has arrived. This is kind of bad timing. Although it doesn't actually seem that bad. How big is my law enforcement squad? Could probably just send the law enforcement squad up to deal with them. Because they mostly just seem to be a thief and then those two guys that fell. So yeah, they sent 2 soldiers, it seems like. And they are cornering Lycott. Because Lycott's been caught in the corner. Trying to send down the law enforcement. A bone just went flying. Come on, Lycott, run away. You can do this. Just stay alive there, Dwarf. I'm sure you can make it. You just need to not die for another couple of minutes. The soldiers are coming. I can say, okay, rest in peace, Lycott. Chat, can I get a round of Fs for the martyr Lycott? And can I send the rest of my dwarves over here because they've all arrived back from the fight now? Okay, here goes Fat Golem Boss, who ran down to the bottom here. Running around. And is doing some crazy parkour stuff. And is punching the ever-living crap out of him. Are you unarmed? Okay, no, you just have a named artifact mace. And proceeds to utterly, brutally bash those two goblins down. Heavy stick, Golem Boss, literally just bashing, just smacking them repeatedly and says, "These injuries, this does not scare me." Heavy stick Golem bashes the goblin crossbowman in the left arm with his, I think it's a silver mace. I'm pretty sure that's a silver mace artifact. And just keeps smacking things. Very successfully. Beats the goblin crossbowman in the head with his silver artifact mace, and the injured part explodes into gore. So well done, I say. And I need to run some tombs. Which, like I said in the last timeline, we're going to build a stack of tombs along here. And I'm also going to turn this off. Get back to work. My gosh, died so blind didn't have to. Shh, I didn't die. Don't spread this kind of slander. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm very much alive. Can't you see me? Me and non-dwarf me. Right, this also is going to get pulled. Need to close that drawbridge. Also, chat room, I just have to say thank you to everybody who tunes into these streams, because I haven't said thank you enough today. Because, you know, I've been streaming for, like, damn close to 10 years now, and the biggest struggle I've always had as a channel is getting any kind of reach, because this weird problem I've always had is nobody raids me. Like, this has kind of always been an issue. There's never really been a point in my streaming career where I've actively gotten raids from, like, the outside. And everybody's just like, oh, you just have to raid other people. I do. I'll have you know. But it's always been kind of a thing that this channel has just struggled with. So it's nice that you guys all tune in. I just want to say thank you for tuning in and watching this channel and spending time with us while we play Dwarf Fort. Even when we swap games and do all that jazz, because it's actually kind of wild to me how many raids other channels I get that are very comparable to mine and I just don't. Nobody raids the Dwarf Fortress guy. So we did get a small raid today from Telenartho, but man, our defenses are high, raids are doomed to fail, clearly. He's raided me 3 times. Ambiguous Amphibian. Will flee the light. Fortunately, most of my forts are underground, so you don't have to worry about that too much. My dogs are just kicking the shit out of some camels. And abduct their viewers into the stream. If you're talking about midstream raids, you know that is I think still technically a bannable offense. Like, if I'm streaming and I say, everybody go into this person's channel and go post an emote, that's technically a bannable offense on Twitch, because, like, it is just a very easy blanket way to ban a lot of harassment. So I'm pretty sure that's, like, still not, if that's what you're referring to, I'm pretty sure that's still not allowed, but yeah, literally the only time I actively got raids was during December. It's the only time this channel's ever been actively raided by people. I'm making microcline blocks. I need Gabbro blocks. what? Oh, I see what I did wrong. You mean literal abduction and forced viewership? Ah, I think that might also get us in trouble with something, but well, you're welcome to try it if you want. Suck ass and were highly used for, hugely used for harassment. We did so many midstream raids during the launch window at Dwarf. Good lord. It was like multiples a day, but I was only doing it to people that I knew. And it was a good time. Those are fun. But yeah, it's different if you do it to people you know versus people you don't. It's people you don't know, yeah, it kind of sucks. It's like to the point where like I look at just like stats of how many raids other channels get, and I sometimes wonder how my channel still exists. Where we were there to silently boost their numbers, yes. Those were good days. Those are fun. Like that day that Jess asked me for help with something, and I just like tabbed over to her stream, and her stream just like went from like, it was like 150 viewers up to 400 because I'm sexy as fuck. Nobody in my life has ever said that to me, so I have a hard time believing that statement. All right, let's sit here and wait. No, you're not a person in my life. You're a text name in a chat room. That doesn't count. Yeah, I can. Being persistent or consistent is like the way you survive in this industry. They married you after all. I mean, their dwarf married your dwarf. I don't know if you married Baka, but there is a fly in my apartment, and every like, I don't know, 90 minutes or something, it'll drive past me and it goes, woo. Don't like it. If only the cat was young enough to catch flies. He used to bat them out of the air and eat them. We used to call them cat raisins. If there was a fly, we would just pick him up and put him on the windowsill, and he'd just stare and be like, pop, and just whack it out of the sky and eat it. We used to do that all the time. Or out of the air and eat it. Hold the old one like a gun and aim him at the fly. He's sleeping, so, like, I ain't going to disturb that old man. He can just sleep. He's earned his retirement, I think. The only times he's awake is when he's asking you to feed him. So. Or like refill the water bottle or water bowl or something. Dark creature? Yeah, I'm cat sitting. For anybody who hasn't seen him, I will wait a second on that. For anybody who hasn't seen the cat, this is a picture from my Discord of him. This is the old man. Vodka glass, you already have a dwarf, so who am I giving a dwarf to? Yeah, that's the old man who's sleeping behind me. I've said this plenty of times. He's 22 years old, which is why I refer to him as the old man. The Forgotten Beast, Piffy, has come. An enormous blob composed of grime and filth that has a spiral shell and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its webs. It's fine. It can live down there. All right. You'd like to give a dwarf to Seth Rogen. What kind of dwarf is Seth Rogen? Is he blind? No, he can see. He just can't see super well. He responds to me like motioning at a distance and stuff, so. Chat, what kind of dwarf is Seth Rogen? Think either a performer or a herbalist. Annoying. No, but I don't have any herbalists. That's so many doctors in this fort, it's a little bit hysterical. A terrible porn star. That or a peasant. If you really don't like him, then he'd be a peasant. I genuinely think that Seth Rogen is hysterical, and as like a local wealthy dude, he's one of the better ones. All right, well, let's assign to somebody as a performer, somebody with a good beard. Is there any like competent comedians? Not seeing anybody with comedian stats. That's a bit of a shame. Let's give it to Servesh. Peasant. Seth Rogen is not a private person and freely shares details of his life, and he struggles against this tendency as he finds such open expression offensive. He generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity and is very humble. Generally acts, I can read. He generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy, and he likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract, and he doesn't handle stress well. He tends to avoid any physical confrontations and works to square this natural tendency with his respective martial prowess, and tends to act, and he sometimes acts with little determination and confidence. Occasionally overindulges and is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. Well, that checks out. He doesn't tend to hold on to grievances, and he doesn't cling tightly to ideas and is open to changing his mind, and he isn't given to flights of fancy and needs alcohol to get through the working day and does not mind being outdoors at least for a time. Doesn't really care about anything anymore. He personally believes that it is important to conceal emotions and refrain from complaining, values tranquility in a peaceful day, and finds artwork boring. And likes cinnabar platinum and morion and hemp fabric, the color vermilion and animal traps and red bean vines for their pods, and the words of the palisade of healing, and the sound of the lace of adoring, and the sight of the glimmer of glistening, and when possible prefers to consume chittery and peach cider, and absolutely hates brown recluse spider. And his curly hair is somewhat greasy. His very long beard is neatly combed. His very long sideburns are braided. His very long mustache is arranged in double braids. His very long hair is neatly combed. And he has a deeply recessed square chin, and his eyes are very splayed out. His head is extremely narrow, and his eyelashes are short, and his heliotrope eyes are slightly wide set, and his hair is quite sparse. Splitting image of Seth Rogen. His hair is pale brown, and his skin is pale taupe. He's not musical, values stoicism, and values tranquility, and disdains artwork and is weak. Some of these things check out. He's an adequate comedian. Checks out. Let's send the dwarves out to go smack something. Well, I mean, it's Seth Rogen, not Jack Black, so obviously he has next to no musical ability. The old man's awake. Kitty, I need to brush your tail. What's the best tavern performer skill? I have no idea. Like, genuinely, I have no idea. That going. Here you are. Old man. Come on up here, you. Ugh. Gripping me with his claws. Why are you doing this? It would be nice to have Seth Rogen married to Jack Black. So he's so old that he can't clean himself. So I have to brush him a couple times a day. Because otherwise he'll just be a matted mess of dandruff and sadness. And he'll just like sit on the ground and like try and itch himself and he can't do it. Okay, don't bite me, please. Your claw's stuck in my pants. There you go. Can I help you here, bud? What, for the movie Zack and Miri make a porno or whatever? My cat's got cat hair on my microphone. Would depend on the generated music pieces of the civilization. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it would depend on whether it's speaking or singing based on either chanting or singing. Yeah, I'm one of the 10 people who's seen Zack and Miri make a porno, so. Which I wouldn't recommend watching. It's a pretty not good movie, but. Unless you have a very particular sense of humor. You own that movie on DVD? Why? It's my only real question. Why? Why did I queue up this tunnel? Right. So that I could drain more of the ocean. Greetings, Rhino. What's up? Old blockbuster that you kept? That's funny. Blast from the past, that. It's party time, chat. The population hasn't exploded, Metalhead Unleashed. This is just a different fort. So we're not playing Burn Vault. Did you get the honk right in the middle of the quiet bit of the song? As if so, I'm impressed. Yeah, this is Machinewaters. This is a high population fort. It is booming. I mean, the population for the goal of this fort is to like try and hit 450 pop right now. So, which we probably will be able to do at the rate that we're going. I took that dance opportunity to go feed the cat too. First time here and you're greeted with a party? Well, hi, Midnight Carrot. The dwarves decided to party. I think actually my best example of partying in Dwarf Fort would be that highlight that I put up recently where the fortress falls to were creatures. And it's just like, well, everybody's dying on the first floor. Anyway, party on the top floor. And everybody on top is just dancing in the top floor of the tavern while the bottom floor of the tavern's like sealed off and there's blood everywhere. It's just kind of fan. It's very Dwarf Fortress. You're slowly working your way through different industries. What are you on right now, Metalhead? Make for a good movie. Yeah. Or an animated short. Oh, jeez. Haven't dealt with that body yet. Really hope that they get that dealt with soon. Slowly learning mechanized? You mean like machines? Your Sharir is possessed by Tholteg. I've got some ghosts. Bit of a ghost issue. Bully, did you just eat the cat's food? Bully. All right. Olivine it is. Probably means the cat walked away from his food though, so. It's funny, you guys ask if the cat's blind, and it's like, I just fed him, right? And I had to like pick him up and put him in front of his food so he could smell it. He like didn't even realize it was there. And I picked him up and put him in front of the food bowl, and he's just like, starts eating. Now he's meowing at me again. I'm upset that the dog ate your food. Want more food? See if he keeps meowing. He did get to eat some of it, so. All right, right here, we're gonna ramp down. Excellent. Napzor, thank you very much for the raid. What were you up today? Mods, if there's any mods lurking, can I get a shout out for the raiding party? Hello, Eonic. Hello. How's things? What's up, Naps? What were you guys doing today? And Eonic, thanks for coming in from the raid. Jack, can I get a round of beers for the raiders? That was me that did that. I think all my mods are sleeping. Hardship Spacebreaker? Gotcha. For some reason, like, I joke about this whenever I read the name out loud, but, like, I can never get the name of that game correct in my brain. It's like, oh, it's Hard Space Shipbreaker. Oh, it's Hardship Spacebreaker. Oh, it's Break Space Hardshipper. It's such a weirdly, like, why didn't they just call it Shipbreaker or like Hard Space? Like, it's the Hard Space second name second. There's like there's too many compound words in that sentence. It's like a Dwarf Fortress sentence. It's goofy. But did you have fun with Hard Space Shipbreaker? I'm actually going to be playing a little bit more of a space simmy game later about mining asteroids. Similarly, hard sci-fi. Hard space break ship, yes. Break space hard ship. Break space ship hard. There we go. Break space ship hard. That's somebody's OC for Sonic, probably. The reason Yahtzee turns colons into upchucks. Anyways, I don't like Yahtzee's reviews at all. I used to find him quite entertaining. Then he reviewed a couple of games that I really like with straight up factually incorrect information. As an example, he gave Jupiter Hell a kind of scathing review for not having controller support. It has controller support. Like, plug in your controller. That's it. Just plug in your... Anyway. Grumble. You got a bit sick in the middle of the summer. Other than that, it's been all right. Just work and anxiety. I get you. You can't sell a car with facts? Yeah, but if you, like... Yes, it was. It had controller support from day one. Barons. What a way to shit on the windshield. Yeah, and he's done that a couple of times with some games that I really like, so. To me, Yahtzee kind of just feels like somebody who was once really passionate about the industry and is now just kind of going through the motions and collecting a paycheck, which... fine. Like, I'm not going to knock you for that, but... just kind of sucks. I have literally gotten a 100+% frame rate increase on most of my Forest Psionics, so yeah, it's been pretty good. One of the reasons you like Hardship Space Breaker is because it's made by the same company that makes Homeworld. It's in the same universe, isn't it? But, yeah, I mean, it's a Vancouver studio. I say that because I live in the greater Vancouver area, so. Considering, like, Yahtzee is pretty much the only reason that the Escapists YouTube channel still exists. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of fell out of love with Yahtzee a long time ago. Long time ago. I just want the ocean to be able to go from this side down as well, so I can drain both sides of the ocean. That's all I'm doing right here. See, here's the thing. I don't mind the cynical review. Like, I really like AVGN. I think that the Angry Video Game Nerd has done some incredibly good stuff for both games as a whole and also game reviewing as an industry. I genuinely believe that the guy has kind of outlived the memes of just being the angry guy on the internet and has done some genuinely awesome stuff. But I don't think that goes for Yahtzee these days. I mean, his Minecraft review is still pretty fucking legendary, but that was the last time I really cared about Yahtzee, if that is, like, any... Like that was the last time I was actively watching Zero Punctuation is when Minecraft came out. An Etten has come. Interesting. The Etten Atham Nabrathivad Emen has come, a giant humanoid monster with 2 heads. Ooh. Okay, so first off, it has a son and a daughter. 2 children, okay. She has a son and a daughter. She's carrying a large horse leather boot. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality, and it is encrusted with bands of mountain goat horn. It's pretty metal. And this is a steel mace. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. And the item is an image of Uvesh Enterglove, the dwarf and dwarves in Yakbone. Uvesh Enterglove is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the appointment of Uvesh Enterglove to the position of champion of the constructive sword in the year 47. Okay, those are both pretty rad. I require these for my collection. Creature. You've been a good steward. Now hand them over. I mean, if you think that the Angry Video Game Nerd is a cynical review style thing in the way that Yahtzee is, you very clearly have never seen his content, because it's very much not that. Angry Video Game Nerd is a cartoon character played by James Rolfe, which is intentionally goofballs. It's like slapstick comedy where he also reviews video games, and they're pretty good video game reviews. Did I make a... No, I didn't. I was going to put it up here, though. Thanks for not calling you out? I mean, I kind of did, but I'm confused. I'm sensing sarcasm, but not totally sure if I'm sensing sarcasm. No, I really like AVGN. I think that James Rolfe's work is kind of great. My library up here is a mess. Jeez. Oh, I see what you mean. Boot. There it is. Then the other one was a mace. Wow, 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 wow. So that side's good. And that side's good. The doorway there. Actually, no, we're not going to put the doorway there. No, it's fine right there. All right, where was I? Ghost has been laid to rest. Forged all those steel spears. A bunch of crap is fighting. Right, I was going to place that other artifact. Let's go do that. And then mace is the other one. Which one was it? Well, it's already been moved. I know it's not the bottom one. I'm going to assume bronze, but it could also be this steel one. It could also be that silver one. We'll just put them all there. It's the mace pile. And I finally got this whole walkway built, so we can now, after all of this time, just flood it when when spring comes, and then when we flood it, we can now open it when baddies show up. Save. One more step first. But yeah, it's 5 days until save anyway. I'll link you. Okay, that's not ready yet. How about this other one? That one's ready, so we'll link you to that. I just need this bridge done, which it's getting there. Also going to pull this lever, which is going to close this drawbridge. There's a child making an artifact, by the way. We'll follow you. But thank you for clarifying, Tickers. Possessed by unknown forces. The forces of the unknown, so potent and strong. Raiders? Where? Shark? It was like 15 minutes ago, but welcome back. See, there's saving. We've already made it past the point where I crashed, and I think I know what I did to crash it, so I think we're okay, at least for a little bit. Laya has to go sleepy, sleepy. All right, chat, say goodnight to Laya. And you go dream sweet nothings about your brand new husband, Baka Glass. It's always fun when dwarves named after viewers get married. It's like, aw. Look at you two. So happy you found love. Now we just need to wait for, you know, the saving process to finish. You wonder if you're married? Presme? No, you are not. Not only are you not married, but you don't even have a lover. You do, however, have quite a few friends. You're quite good friends with Baka Glass, Lanix as well. Most of your friends are alive, too, which is a very rare thing for dwarves. You've killed nothing. You're an expert blacksmith, and you're gripped by crippling shyness, which is probably why you're not married. If I had to bet, make any assumptions, I would say it's probably got something to do with that. Married, not married, and no lover. Yeah. Okay, let's go right here. Actually, you know what? Let's just... I do actually have to get this dealt with. I should also probably start forbidding all these. Because this whole area is going to get flooded in a moment. Maybe not in a moment, but pretty soon it's all going to get flooded. Let's just let these dwarves get out of here. Hello, True Freak. How are you? Welcome back. Probably pull this lever again. What in the world are you doing? Making steel bars, are we? Politicians had merch shops? I mean, where do you think people get so many dumb-looking Trump hats? Serious statement. Where do you think they get those? I mean, it's not like any store worth like their own salt would sell that shit. It's like you don't go to Target and buy a Trump hat. You honestly thought it was an anomaly? What, like people making it themselves or something? AliExpress dropshipping, that too, yeah. Fortunately, my merch store is not AliExpress dropshipping. And in order for me to gift a mug out, we need quite a lot of subscriptions because we need to hit like that. What's that? Do I have it set to like 900 or 1,000? I actually don't know. I think it's 1,000 something. Which we ain't hitting anytime soon. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And thank you very much to everybody who has skulls next to your name because you guys keep us here. And also because we updated this yesterday and we were 1 away, I think it's worth checking the current sub counter for July. So the current sub counter for July is here, right here. You can just check this out. So these are paying subscribers for the month of July. If the total number is above 350, we qualify. Looks like we're good. We are good. If you really want to help this channel out, the best way to do that is simply subscribing for the next 3 months. All right, sweet, that's done. So slate is when the ocean thaws, so we still have a little bit of time. That is done, excellent. Means now I can get you to connect to that. We are making steel bars, glass blocks. You're linking a building to trigger. That's what I want to follow. It's a heavy... Oh, they're iron mechanisms. That would be why they're heavy. It's like, those must be heavy. Yes, they very much are. But yeah, no, I mean, politicians need to make money while on tour just like bands. And turns out the best way to make money while on tour is by selling t-shirts. So, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. And politicians are people. Somehow. Allegedly. So I've been told. I refuse to believe it. But, allegedly, politicians are people. I mean, you forgot the whole Obama Hope posters and T-shirts and everything else. I mean, here's the thing: people have very short-term memory when it comes to politicians, and immediately forget what the last guy did when the new guy gets like elected. So, yes, yeah, this is also true. They're mostly like poster boys to a degree. Politicians. They're like the brand name, especially when it comes to like presidential candidates and whatnot. They're like the brand name for the rest of the party. So they gotta pimp their brand. Rhino Party merch? Oh boy, I'll bet you they didn't have any official merch. Uh-oh. Um I'm going to read this thing from their website. The Rhino Party really doesn't want to bug you with asking for money. Man, I had a liberal newsletter in my mailbox for years, and if you donate, you could win a barbecue with Justin Trudeau in your backyard. Yo, if you donate to a political party, you could have the prime minister in your house. This seems legit, like illegal. Isn't it? No. No, it's not. Anyway, we won't do a contest where you'll win a day with the dealer or other shit like that. We just need the money in order to pay bills for the party to exist. Else we'll close. We are honest. If elected as majority of government, we will appoint all donors as the embassy of their choice. Until then, we can't do it. We just need to get elected first in order to change the law. In order for this to be legal, that being said, we need money to get to the cost to cost tour from Halifax to Vancouver round trip next election. Also, we have to pay for the accountant auditor every year, as well as this very expensive, and we have a cheap one. So here's the way to give us money. First $500 you'll give is a 75% tax credit. And they have t-shirts. Anyway. Yeah, the Rhino of Party of Canada. They sell that one t-shirt. So it's a Redbubble t-shirt. This is Rhino Party of Canada merch. Anyway, that's funny. For anybody who's confused as to what that is, it's a joke Canadian party that just exists as like political comedy. Like that's literally all it is. Like they have like 4 runnings, and like their whole point is they would just fuck with Canada in the dumbest possible ways. Yes, they're a satire party. So like they would, one of their promises is that they would make a bridge from Vancouver Island to Prince Edward Island, but they haven't decided which way around the world they were going to go, and they were going to pave over Manitoba to make the world's largest parking lot with the excuse of it's only Manitoba. So, yes, they are a comedy political party. They also would invade Spain because Tintin kills a rhino in Spain in one of Tintin's comic strips with a rifle, and so they would invade Spain unless Spain apologized for this crime against their species. Sure, yes, sure. You're not too wrong, Presme. But they wouldn't invade Spain if Spain sent them a 6-pack of beer and a box of biscuits. So they got sent a 6-pack of beer. This was in like the 90s or something. That's good humor. Yeah, I know it's dumb. They're just taking the piss, and they're pretty funny. All right, so is this fully connected? Sweet. Did I connect you to the wrong one? Yes, I did. Well, that sucks. It's fine. I could just use this. You were jaw dropped until you said it was satire? Yeah, no, it's a joke. Although, ironically, we have serious parties now that are just about as stupid as that one, so. There is certain parties in Canada where I'm like, that's a joke, right? And then it's like, nope, that's not a joke. And I'm like... Anyways. 28th of Granite. Slate's next, I think. Yes. It's like the 7th of Slate. Connecting... So the frame rate's about to get bad again. I apologize in advance. Because I need this dwarf to hook this up. The older you get, the less patience you have for politicians. Yeah. The thing with Lord Buckethead, though, is Lord Buckethead confuses me with the performing artist Buckethead. So. Yeah, Canada's had several really dumb joke parties in the past. Which, I don't know. I think every single political system needs to have one or two parties that exist purely for satire purposes. Because it just makes the whole process better for everybody else. It's a really good way of just pointing a spotlight at the dumb shit that goes on. I got some jobs I need to cancel, chat. Also quite literally need more flux. The Polish Party of Friends of Beer. Okay. But it dissolved and some people were left in politics and it turned into a fringed... That sucks. I mean, to be fair, the Rhino Party hasn't been particularly active in the last 15 years, and their website also hasn't been updated since 2019, so... But I mean, they'll update again when the next election happens. Okay. So the ocean is about to thaw. Hang in there, S-Sub. Got a ways to walk still. I skipped all the COVID. You're not wrong. They kind of did. All right. Should be any point today. You'll see the mini-map go blue. There it goes. So it's going to lag a lot for a moment here because I'm now draining the other side of the ocean. See? Let's just jump over here. This side of the ocean is now draining. Because I'm now draining both sides of the ocean at once instead of just the one side. So, you know. That was this addition to this here. So we have this clean walkway here for now. Once this is hooked up by this dwarf that's very slowly moving down the walkway here. Yeah, it was like 8 FPS. It was like sub 10 FPS when I was doing this on the old CPU. Once this dwarf is out of here, I'm going to pull the lever and we're going to start filling this back up. Ocean go down the hole. Yes, exactly. Fire in the hole now has a whole new meaning. Because right now, the ocean is all going down into here. This fortress is just a dwarf fortress stress test at this point. Like, this is where the ocean's going. So, you know, it's kind of a thing. Most of it's going out the front there. Vast majority of it is. Some of it goes out the back. So here's the thing. It's not that it's draining, right? It fills from the sides. Ads are about to hit. Fills from the sides over here. So it won't ever drain entirely. I would have to put walls all the way along the edges, basically. These are some very confused jellyfish. But yeah, as you can see, it's filling from the edges here. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's a rock. I kept seeing this rock appearing and being like, what the hell is that? Can I drain it faster than it fills? No, it's already at equilibrium. I would need to add a lot more holes, probably. And I would need holes, like, right at the edge, right where it's filling. But I could get it to the point where you could walk across the bottom. I just haven't tried. You're back from dinner. What'd you miss? The ocean is thawed now, and we're about to refill her. And being amazed that the frame rate is as high as it is. All right, so that dwarf is doing its thing. Let's start the ocean filling back up, shall we? I'm going to shut my camera off so you guys can get a better view. Just waiting for this dwarf to get over here. Whomever it may be. Here you are. So they're going to pull this lever. And this is going to close this, which is where all of the ocean is draining out of. And then we're going to see it refill. So if you haven't seen this refill yet, it's kind of rad. We'll see this start to move over. It's going to wave over. And then eventually it'll fill up all the way through here. And then it's just going to continue getting more and more and more filled. ASCII, sure. I'd say they're about equal. And then that's what the number's off in ASCII. The number's back on in ASCII. And out of ASCII. This is my favorite part right here when it hits the back here. ASCII wins because purple. Kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. I need a gray background for ASCII. It's like watching a sorting algorithm on YouTube. This is my favorite bit here. Watch this. It's cool. And then the higher levels fill in. It's also filling in on this side too. You can see the tidal wave coming in from the side. The big whoosh. Side's filling too. You're officially satisfied? Well, if you are satisfied, then you can subscribe to twitch.tv/BLINDI, or I don't know. All right. Satisfaction guaranteed. I also wish that there was wave sprites. Tarn did talk about that in the chat last week. Basically said he's like, yeah, we need to do better when it comes to the oceans and beaches. So this is going to be what's going to eat the baddies going forward. This wall of water is going to be how we are going to fight the enemies back. Because this entire entryway is just getting completely covered in water. Which is kind of awesome. Was good. I can't wait to catch some goblins in a tidal wave like this. What if the enemy can swim? Then they swim out. I'm going to be locking them in there anyway. That is like some biblical shit. Like, it's kind of awesome. Here they go. Fucking magical. Anyway, the ocean still ain't full. It's got another layer to go. The final layer, I think. You need Moses in your fort? Moses is a pretty common dwarf name, isn't it? Last little bits come crashing through. Some migrants have arrived. Oh, hey. Curious what the population's gonna get up to. I probably need to start building more bedrooms, actually. No, I think the next thing I need to build is I need to build a tower entrance for the other side. But hot damn. Ultimate Satisfaction by Ludacris? I've been thinking about Ludacris quite a bit recently because NoClip got a hold of all of GameSpot's old, like, archive tapes. So Danny O'Dwyer now has that stuff. And he's been uploading old preview event footage and stuff from the 90s and early 2000s. And one of them is a PlayStation 3 concert where Ludacris performs Number One Slut at a PlayStation press event. Like I've had the thought of Ludacris in my brain for a while. And it's still 47 FPS. Yep, and it's gonna get higher. Let me see if I can find that video. Yeah, it's a PlayStation 3 event, which wasn't even that long ago. You know if ASCII gives you higher FPS? Not really. 2 versions ago I would have said yes, but... To building in the ocean? This is Dwarf Fortress. There really isn't any mechanical benefit to doing anything. So, not really. Aside from that, like, it's pretty easy to drown the baddies. And you get to watch these very satisfying water sorting algorithms. Samples from Austin Powers? Really? Huh. It's very wet. I guess I would call that a benefit. You can pretend to be some crazy mass murderer. Is this blood floating on top of the ocean? There's blood floating on top of the ocean, chat. I don't like this. Oh shit, we're almost out of booze. I'm just staring at the water and watching it do all this stuff while just like we're slowly running out of alcohol. Like we had like 2,000 when I started this. Also up to 225 dwarves. I mean, I live in fear of my fort drowning constantly. I just need one of these walls to get deconstructed on accident and whoosh. And then the whole fort floods. Pretty simple, really. Actually, hold on. I'm curious about something. Okay. There is 50 old men in the basement. I was curious if there was, like, some hidden population I was unaware of, but 50 old men is doable. Can work with that. Still wondering when that Linux testing build is going to show up on the testing branch. Very curious about that, because Tarn was saying that was supposed to happen today, which now just leads me to wonder. It's like, well, that was a week ago now, Tarn. So when's that going to happen? Because I'm sure there's at least a dozen of you right now watching this stream who are like, Tarn, you said that was going to be last week. Oh boy, the Coven of Right now has many, requires a temple complex and a priest. I need to figure out where the Coven of Right is. Forgotten Beast has showed up, blah, 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 whatever. The Coven of Trading. Worrying about important stuff. The Courageous Cult. Coven of Right. All right, so I need to make this thing nicer. This spot right here needs to be nicer. Do I have statues? Got a single bauxite statue. What value do I need to pump you up to? Quite a bit. Could give you a second floor. Do that. Let's do 1 platinum and 1 green glass. The stairs. Keeping us on 3 toes, clearly. Well, this side's almost done. And this side's almost done. So once the water shenanigans finishes, I suspect our frame rates are going to go up a little bit. But it's more like once the caverns are finished draining, because, like, this whole thing has just been, like, dumping water into the caverns, right? And I'm pretty sure that it's the act of dumping water into the caverns down here that's actually doing more in the way of frame rate fuckery to the game than anything. Angled lapis lazuli. This is a forgotten beast that was made out of lapis lazuli that died down here somehow. Probably to the Olm men. I love how there's just dead Olm people, like, kind of everywhere. Apparently I've mandated the construction of certain goods. What? Large gems and bucket. Okay. Iron bucket. Large gem. Rock gem. Finding the right religious institution in your forts. Your dwarves are positive to overwhelmingly positive and feels good. Hell yeah. God, okay, I should stop staring at the oceans now and we should go do some construction. All right, so up here. I can just build some gold flooring. Really curious to see where the frame rate settles once all that's finished filling. Dog skeleton right there. We should get rid of that. Also need to go over to the bedrooms and select this and see how many more bedrooms do I need. Kind of a lot, but not as many as I thought. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to here, and we're going to fill out the rest of these bedrooms here. Although I certainly need more wood, I think. I love how there's just no trees on this tiny little island. Clearly, I've removed them all several times. I should make a cavern tree growing area, I think. Wouldn't be too hard to do anyway. It's like I could possibly just flood an area like this. Like, this is all aquifer. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start this whole... Great hairy six-legged Dimetrodon. It squirms and fidgets. Beware it's... Okay, it's fine. All these cavern layers are sealed off, and I've just kind of accepted that the monsters own it. So... just going to let them dig into this one layer, and then I'm going to channel this down one layer. We're just going to let this water flow in, and hopefully we'll start getting some underground trees in like 10 years. Because this is all an aquifer, so... we're basically just inviting water to just flow down into here. Oh no, I'm gonna get big cave-ins, aren't I? What could go wrong? Sure, it'll be fine. Right now. You dead yet? Nope, nope, nope. You're fine? Okay, it's fine. All right, dwarves. Please don't die intentionally. What do you guys think is going to be the casualty count for this? There it goes again. 0 still. Pretty good. 0. Yeah, it's ridiculous how often Forgotten Beasts show up at this fort. Like, it's actually absurd. Like, I've never had a fort with this many Forgotten Beasts just constantly showing up. It's a bit nuts. So basically, unless, like, the flooring falls directly on top of somebody's head, they're probably fine. This dwarf is very smart, going in the direction they should. Uh-oh. Here we go. You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. Forget me not, beasts. Forget me, please. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. This is fine up here. Are you gonna end up stone? Okay. So far, stone doing pretty okay. Hasn't... Uh-oh. Well. Bonk. Got a little winded. Hopeless after suffering a major injury. What injury? Her head is bruised. Well, I guess that is an injury. Got a bruise on her head. Bruise on her head make me feel like I'm dead. Oh, no. Well, there goes that. There goes 2 more. You dead yet? Nope. Okay. Still okay. Hospital trainer, pretty much. Very important job. Still no blood. Oh, nope, that's blood. Oh, we have a casualty. Adil. You're thirsty and stunned. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Okay, well. Apologies to Adil. Uh-oh, Jesus Christ. We good? We good? We good? We good? We good? We good? We seem good. It's just the one. There's a few more that are gonna fall. That. Oh no! Stone, please. Okay. Stone got hit by a boulder. Stone, no. Seriously injured? Hang in there, Stone. Can save you. We just need someone to come recover injured. Somebody come rescue Stone, please. Please? I mean, in pain, stunned, pale, injured. There we go. Budgie's coming to recover wounded. Come on, Budgie. Be a hero. We need a hero. Tapioca, speaking of heroes, how are you? I think bee stings do create hospital jobs. Yes, they are. They do, in fact, create hospital jobs. That's a pretty well-known factoid. Also, hello, Tapioca. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. A devilish patat. What kind of dwarf would you like in this fort, yeah? I don't know where that voice came from, but overall, thank you. Well, it's good to see you, dude. There's some people I don't see very often in the summertime, and it's always nice to see people pop in. All right, Nutwick, are you gonna diagnose patient? Yep. Requires a crutch, surgery, dressing, a bunch of other stuff. Well, that seems pretty brutal. Fucked up shoulder, wrecked leg. Ay, ay, ay. Woodcutter or woodcutter accessories. Got it. So you already have one in this fort. A devilish potato. So would you like me to refund that, or would you like to give it to somebody? Gift it? Who would you like me to gift it to? Where's OSHA when you need them? Thankfully not here, otherwise I would get a lot of fines. But there's no weed in Dwarf Fort, so Snoop Dogg would be real sad. I mean, oh shit. Yeah, did you mispronounce oh shit? Chapel of Calls. So this gets connected to the Chapel of Calls. Chapel of Years. The God of Screaming. Yes. What was the name of the lower one? Chapel of Calls. Cathedral, Sanctuary Shrine, Sanctuary Heliotrope Temple, Hideous Abbey, Chapel of Years, God of Screaming. There it is. So Flykick is now a first jewel, which is the High Priest, and President Nose is now the Sheep Operator. Does Orange have a dwarf? No. Orange does not have a dwarf. Would like a military boy? I don't know why anybody would want to be a military boy in this fort, but... especially considering, like, the majority of them are taken. Taken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, literally the entire military is taken in this fort. At least all the dudes are. Would you like me to refund that for you, Devilish Potato? You're also gifting it to somebody who's not even here right now, so they won't know. So, I'm just gonna refund it, I think. No, it's all good. I just, like, if you're gonna gift it to somebody, either give it to somebody who, like, is here, or somebody who, like, would never know anyway. Kind of defeats the whole point. You thought you died here? Nope, not in this fort. Very few dwarves die in this fort. This fort's pretty safe, all things considered. Considering I'm, like, flooding water to and from constantly, this fort's pretty damn safe. All right, well, we got a lady consort visiting. I don't have one yet, right? Nope. And Devilish Potato could have given it to you, but no, it's been refunded, so. It'll be 45 minutes. Let's do that. One right here. Need some sort of decorations in here. Oh, I'm out of logs. For a second time? Eh, whatever. It's not really interrupting the stream. The stream's been pretty low-key today anyway. Today's almost one of those days where it's like I almost want to end early because chat's been kind of quiet all day. If that makes any sense? Like, today's just been slow. It's been a summer day. But, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I will just credit that dwarf's gift from Devilish Potato to you, Tapioca. What kind of dwarf would you like? Because we got a little bit of everything. Any medical dwarves? No. No doctors in this fort. Definitely no doctors in this fort. I don't have a single medical dwarf in this fort. None of them. Definitely not. Which one do you want? I mean, I got ones that actually work in the hospital and then just the hobbyists. It's like Monom, Kogun. Notwick's already taken. Pandasaurus Rex is taken. I haven't seen Panda in ages. These long-time forts sometimes make me sad because it's just like, oh, hey, there's this person. I haven't seen this person in my chat in like a month. Maybe 2. This hospital duty sounds good, but anything goes. Beard or no beard? It's either Kogan or Monum you're getting. No, but I have a really big doctor's guild that's full of gold and stuff. No beard? Okay. Basically, do you want a boy dwarf or a lady dwarf? But we'll give you the lady dwarf. She finds something humorous in everything, no matter how serious or inappropriate, and always is in love with somebody, and easily develops positive feelings. She is frequently depressed and is gripped by crippling shyness, and she has an overbearing personality and finds helping others to be emotionally rewarding and doesn't generally think before acting. She is often nervous, and she has a sense of duty, and she tends to be swayed by the emotions of others, and she tends to avoid crowds, and the game's saving. Bad timing. Blah. She tends to be swayed by the emotions, seek out excitement. I'm missing the line. Damn it, game. I kind of love the UI overlapping. It's like unprofessional as hell. It looks awful, but... It's been a minute, hasn't it, Tapia? Okay. Depressed? Very few depressed dwarves in this fort. In general, like, the fort is actually quite happy. But being frequently depressed on this line does not equal, like, their actual moods, so... This fort, considering how many dwarves in it, is actually quite happy. You know, I'd be very concerned if a table wasn't deaf. Because your name's Deaf Table? I'd be very concerned if, like, the table could hear. I think a table with ears is quite terrifying, actually. Anyway, she doesn't generally think before acting, is often nervous, and has a sense of duty, and tends to be swayed by the emotions of others, and intends to avoid crowds. Doesn't seek out excitement, and has a greedy streak. She occasionally overindulges, and she generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. She needs alcohol to get through the working day, and does not mind being outdoors at least for a time, and doesn't really care about anything anymore. A table that's been bugged. Exactly. That's what I said. It's kind of creepy. She dreams of crafting a masterwork, and this dream was realized. And she personally... did I just see a giant bunny rabbit, or am I seeing things? I'm seeing things. She personally believes that that it would be a fine time if all time were leisure time. Finds sacrifice to be the height of... finds sacrifice to be one of the highest ideals, and views decorum as a high ideal, and is deeply offended by those that fail to maintain it. She finds the very idea of competition obscene, and greatly respects individuals that persevere through their trials and labors, and values tranquility and a peaceful day, and dreams of crafting a masterwork. Likes garnerite and rose gold and brown zircon and ash wood and crystal glass and giant spider monkey leather and giant flying squirrel bone in the color plum, and two-handed swords, crowns and sheep for their wool, and midnight freaks for their macabre ways, and the words of the palisade of healing, and the sound of the adoring of whatever, and the lace of adoring, and the poetic glosses, and when possible prefers to consume giant nautilus and lychee wine, and absolutely hates brown recluse spiders. I really want to drown these guys, but I don't think I actually have time to do that. Let's try. There? Okay, so I did actually get there in time. Sweet. Meaning, I can drain the ocean, and we can test this motherfucker. What do you think, chat? Let's test out our new toy. You've already made an artifact, so I can't. Said creator of bleh. So the game is going to hitch down to, like, a frame for a moment. So give it a sec to, like, figure its shit out. 'Cause it's currently doing this. Freeze them? That would take too long. But I will drown them. It's hard to click buttons when the game's running this slow. All right, so it's going to catch up in a moment. Here it goes. So this is our walkway here now. I think ads are about to run. I'll just let those play through. I'm gonna take a minute for this to drain a little bit. So it's almost usable now. Actually, it is usable. The dwarves are all now locked inside. Although, I need to go to this, and I need to erase some stuff from this. So let's just get rid of all that. This isn't even the only fort we're running right now, Tapioca. Now we just open this middle drawbridge. They're all just, like, sitting up there. So there is a dwarf coming to pull it. There you are. Dober, the dwarven child, pulls the lever. And that gets dropped. Right. I mean... Oh, I see. I need to pull it a second time. Killed by a child. More like coaxed in by a child. All right. So now we should just see them coming in. In theory. Matto Boldfly, you're not very bold. My fort is right here. I showed you my fort. Please respond. Literally, you just need to walk in the front door. That's it. This is definitely my front door. See, there's even a dog coming out to visit you. Watch them, like, just not come up here. They just don't care. The concept of goblin-flavored ice cream is a little terrifying to me. But wouldn't it be more like shaved ice, so it would be more like goblin snow cones? Also, I could send my military out, but they seem to be a little bit stuck. Well, that's a shame. I guess I need a proper siege to be able to actually do that. You know, like getting their feet wet? I doubt it. These sieges, like these snatcher groups, have a different AI than the proper sieges, so maybe we just need a proper siege for this to work. And Dwarfs, go. Anytime this year. So yeah, this is going to be this fort going forward. When we get attacked, we're going to attempt to drown them. But I guess we'll just need to have this set up a little sooner because it turns out, at the very least, these goblins don't particularly like pathing through the ocean. Turns out. I mean, why would you really want to path through the ocean to begin with? I mean, come on. The very concept of pathing through the ocean is a little bit absurd. And that's kind of a understatement. Popped in just in time, it seems. Yes and no. I mean, they're not pathing in the way that I wanted them to, so it's not proving to be as effective as I was hoping, but 'tis pretty entertaining so far. Considering we only lose like 20 FPS when I drain the whole ocean into the caverns, that's kind of nuts. I'm sorry, what? Gorpu's first bard. Fist bard. Fist bards? Fist bards. Are you friendly? Please tell me you're just a visitor. Oh my god, literally a guest. Ishgor Hideous Wheat the Frothy Gut is a visitor. Huh. Well, welcome to the fort then, I suppose. Anyway, the dwarves are here to kill the goblins, so they run through, dodging all of the bolts, and, uh-oh. Alrighty, you okay down there? You gonna climb back out? Well, hopefully you enjoy the shower, but we're gonna need to get you out of there, aren't we? Let's, go over here and, open this gate back up. And shut this gate. This is his life now, I suppose. Feed that thing beer? Yes, we need to feed that thing beer. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, you almost died. There, Stone. Stone's almost died twice in, like, the last 10 minutes. And so... Okay, so somebody is coming to mine this out. Good, good, good. We can get you out of here. It's literally just, like, fell down to the ocean. It's just like, ah! Don't you dare get whooshed over the edge. That'll be really bad for your health. Stone cold liver. Well, I mean, that dwarf says she, so she's a stone cold liver. Definitely. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Kelly, what's up? How's things, friend? The Lady Consort Moral has shared a few rumors. So Stone is coming to carve the downward staircase, turns out. And Stone is full of stitches and is currently walking on a crutch. And has two gypsum casts on. So has 2 broken legs. The population's actually set to 400 for this fort. We've gone a little bit absurd with it. So you're just chilling until they make you evacuate? Oh, that sucks! Jesus Christ. Hopefully, like, your living space isn't at threat. It's fucking terrifying. Alright, so we wait for this dwarf to very slowly walk across the map. At which point, then I pull the trigger and fill the whole thing back up. This dwarf is slow because this dwarf is walking on 2 crutches with casts and a buttload of stitches. And it's just a precaution. Still, that's scary. My new PC really, well, the additions to this PC, right? It's not a full new PC, it's just a new CPU, but this CPU is a beast, yes. There's a lot of fires everywhere. Like, forest fires currently is just kind of a, yep, there's a lot of them. So now I can pull the lever and fill the ocean back up. It's just a matter of somebody popping out to pull the lever. Human caravan has arrived for some reason. Gotta go sleep now. Alrighty, we'll see you when we see you, dude. Donk. And then this big old boy will fill back up. All right, chat room. So we've done, oh boy, about 8 hours of Dwarf Fort today. I think it's time for us to go play something different for a little bit. What do you think? I kind of want to play more of that Delta V game. I'm literally about to swap games with Speeder. But yes, I mean, I've been streaming this game on and basically on and off for about 5 years, so Not too surprising that I'm still over here playing this game. This is what I do. I stream Dwarf Fort. Sometimes other things. But watch some of this ocean fill up, and then we will, I think, go play some more Delta V, because I want to go mine some asteroids. We streamed it a bit on Sunday, and it was quite eventful. I'd like to get a little bit deeper into it now that I've kind of got the base mechanics down. But this is still so fucking satisfying. Like, just look, I like Dwarf Fort. This is a very good game. I mean, just look at these tidal waves just crashing in. It's like, yes. It's just fantastic. It's one of the coolest defensive structures I've ever built. By that, I mean, I just built the fort in a, like, ocean. And then we just wait for it to simply flood. Because this is the layer right here that becomes the drowning layer. So this is where all the baddies would drown if they did actually walk down onto here. Beyond this layer. When this water just flows out, when it collides with this, they all drown. So what I'd have it set is I'd have it set so that they're just walking in right about now. But hello, Toad Speeder. Good day. Dwarves are very talented with their crutches. Manticore Alpha. Must be frightening, yeah. No, I mean, it fills up on the lower layer and then the upper layer after that. But there it goes. All the way along. I mean, look at this. You know, you're just... Imagine you're just chilling here. Just a dwarf. Just hanging out. And then it's like, man, the waves, they're starting to bubble up here. What's going on? What's happening? Why is that? Oh, no. And then just the big whoosh comes through. And suddenly you're underwater. It's pretty good. A clean way to kill... That's something. Armor does not float? No, it doesn't. So, better take it off. The only way to make this cooler is if we could have, like, Marks dwarves, like, up top shooting at them while they're down there, but can't do that just yet. Then if I ever forget to close this bridge, we all just drown. Like, the whole fort drowns. But there's windows along here, so they could actually... The dwarves could theoretically see the water coming towards them. Look at the water coming from the other side. That is so cool. Wow. Some really strong glass. Armor does not float. Strip. That's just all the dwarves standing on the wall with glass veils chanting strip at the goblin invaders. And then, yeah, this is largely the last layer up top. Anyway, chat, I think it's time for us to swap games for the remainder of the stream. So if you're willing to support the channel and hang out, that would be awesome. But we've streamed quite a bit of Dwarf Fort for today. So we made some progress on the defensive structures for this fort. We now actually have the entryway fully set up. I built a couple more bedrooms and killed a couple dwarves, and we had a premonition of the future that wasn't to be. So overall, I would say this was a pretty good session, and we named a dwarf Seth Rogen. So honestly, I think that is a win for everybody involved. It's time to say goodbye, YouTube, if you guys want.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
By future me watching, yeah.
Motor race, okay? We went to car racing.
Not gonna lie, seeing a handful of people I know just streaming that fucking UAP disclosure thing makes me real tempted to just fucking watch that over and just chatting. Let's go grab a beer. But at the same time, I don't know. I've never really done that type